decided united against the death of all people and all species, as James Lucid said earlier. We decided united against the death of all people and all species, as James Lucid said earlier. We decided united against the death of all people and all species, as James Lucid said earlier. We decided united against the death of all people.
Sidebar a little bit. That's why our view count's tripling up a little bit. So there's a bill been introduced into Congress to make the throttling illegal, and it's going to go into the Senate and House floor here within the next 30 days. I think it's going to pass. So these videos that you're doing, my video, the beauty of this is they're there. It's like a research library. So in the future, these view counts will go up by 10, 100 times. That's what's happening to us. And so the industry, that just proves how effective we've been. That when they're actually afraid of us, that they actually go to this extent to, try to squash.
Yeah, they're terrified of you, Kevin. You've been at this for decades. And you know so many people too, right?
It's actually classified, and I know this for a fact, and I have lots of credentials, by the way. When I talk my PhD, it's ongoing. I went to universities for all those years. I have a marine biology background. I have a chemistry background. I have so many freaking college degrees and so many college credits blow your mind. So I've been in the bill, at least when they try to argue with me. I'm like, you want to try scientifically? So, by the way, I awarded you your PhD because I'm your peer, the only peer out there. So I call you the professor, and I call you Professor DNA. This program that you're doing today is historic and important because it is the 10th anniversary. And there's a great piece, and I just put up a video. 60 Minutes rebroadcasted their 2018 piece of November 25th, 2018, where Blake Barrett and Leslie Stahl admit everything that you and I've said. So they go in 60 Minutes is there. I just put up a video. So Blake Barrett, who I know personally, who's head of the cover-up of Fukushima, who also was the head of the cover-up at 3 Mile, I know him personally. And he admitted in 2014 to me that he lied all over the media. So this piece is there, and it shows, and Leslie Stahl calls them full-blown out nuclear meltdowns. Where are they? They're in the Pacific Ocean. This is like we're much bigger than going to the moon. So it's hiding in plain sight. They basically admit everything that we've said. And this is the greatest catastrophe in human history, blah, blah, blah. So it's out there. The reason that you're not getting millions of views at this point, and I'm not getting, which we should, is simple. The powers that be have went after us. And they went after you also. And that's an unarguable fact. And so, I consider it like this. When I was young and doing graduate degree work, you'd have to dig through a research library and dig and dig and dig and dig, and hopefully you found something that somebody put in there by the goodness of the heart. That's what this is. Your programs are so people have to seek us out, like you're doing research for a master's thesis or a PhD. Well, that's okay with me. That's fine with me. And so, I just want to let you know that your work, and by the way, it's pronounced yucca now, yucca, and it's czar bomba, like the czar. But anyway, your work is so historical as the professor. And so the reason, and you get discouraged, I get discouraged. Who wouldn't? Poor freaking everything we're doing. But the bottom line is, this will break it someday. And then these things will go, and everything, you'll be able to.
Yeah, that's why United Nations panic and saying there is no adverse blood effects. That's actually proof of panic. Would you agree with that, Kevin?
Oh, that's the whole. I do so much work in the United Nations in Vienna. I'm there all the time. Yeah, Abad, who I stay at his house, he worked for the IEA and the UN for 20 years. He quit. He made the documentary Nuclear Rise. That's him. That's who I stay with. I've learned so much there. Everybody in Vienna hates him. what the IAEA's done to the UN. Everybody knows they're a puke machine. They're a lying machine. He worked on the Chernobyl study. He was one of the field workers on the Chernobyl study, and it came out this was in 1989, that got presented to the UN, and they had 4.4 million people that it killed, and he said they simply didn't like the number, and they moved it 2 decimals. So if you Google, the UN says it killed 4,400 people, and he says that's how corrupt it is. The UN has been hijacked and taken over by the IAEA in Vienna, and everybody in Austria knows it. By the way, the Austrians hate them. And it's all cash in there. I've been in there hundreds of times. I got arrested going in there. I worked with them in there. So this propaganda piece, it's no coincidence that they put it out on the 10th minute, because that's all it is. It's Price Anderson. They have all the money. It's just pure propaganda. And, so they can do whatever they want. Let them keep lying and brand themselves in history is what I say to the liars that they are, because this is uncoverable. I mean, it might take more time, but the kids and the youth and the people, it's starting to leak out more and more and more and more. And they're going to say, wait a minute, you lying fuckers. So let them brand themselves in history. Let them put out their propaganda. And anybody that falls for it, they're that ignorant, stupid, they deserve it at this point. Because you and I have put all the information out there. So the truth's there, and the truth is backed up our work over the years. I mean, at first it might have sounded crazy, but our work has held up the time of time because we were right, and they were wrong, and it's that simple.
Yeah, we're honest and good, degenerate cowards.
Well, not only that, we had the guts to stand up to them. I was full of cancer. I've talked to many lawyers. I've talked to lots of people about this. I said, they attacked me. I mean, Mike Leeds, Senator Leeds' office called me last. Actually which blows my mind. I mean, so they all know me. They're afraid of me. But the bottom line is they attacked me and slandered me while I was in critical condition. Those are felonies in all 50 states.
Yeah, no kidding. The lowest of the low. Disgusting what they've done to you.
Also, what they've done to you, here's how I see this playing out over time. At some point, there's going to be some lawyers come to you and I both. These paid PR machines, these slanderous rats, whatever, and I know who paid. The PR machines that went after us are funded by the United States Department of Energy. It's called the NEI and then NEC. By the way, the head of the NEC, Glenn, died this month at 61 years old. That's the Nuclear Energy Consortium, which is that branch of the CIA. So it's going to come out what they did to us, and a lawyer's going to line up. Somebody inside's going to break. And then there's going to be litigation. They're going to say, look what you did to Kevin Blanch. Look what you did to Dana Durnford. It's so illegal. These are some of the greatest. The Fukushima incident itself is one thing, but the cover-up is the greatest crime in human history. And you and I are the tip of the spear on it. And at some point, somebody's going to have to line up a group of lawyers and say, take this on. Hey, somebody needs to go out and protect Kevin Blanch and Dana Durnford for what they did to them and did to the world, because they were getting the information out and they attacked and squashed it illegally.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a hardball operation to silence it. We've been at it so long, we can't even get a video to get 1,000 views. It's absurd, right?
Well, that happened 3 years ago. So 3 years ago, what happened? And, everybody, Obama, hate Obama, and they rightfully so. But Trump gets in office. I asked Trump right to his face. I asked him, you're talking about Fukushima? He told me he was. I asked him. And he freaking squashed it just as bad as Obama. So they're the same. And so then what happened? They got through what they call it's called, SB, I think, 131. It's a law that Congress passed that Trump signed, which basically gave big data the ability to kill net neutrality. Now, when they kill net neutrality, see, before it was based on retention, and you have the sidebar. So what that means is somebody can come in, aka the Nuclear Energy Crime Syndicate, and they simply can throttle anybody they want. So that's what they did. They went in and says, that's why the view count started to drop off 3 years ago. You can watch it. They came in, and it's a throttling technique, which basically they can do it to anybody. And what it does, it pushes you down in the server. And what it does, it hides you out of the sidebar, and then they won't sponsor any of your videos, so no one can find you. So we're stuck with the same crowd that's always been with us, because they know that we tell truth. But we're not expanding our audiences. which is, that's what they did. That's what his own time.
Hey, so where are you two again, Kevin, right now?
What's that?
Where are you two today?
I'm at the university. I'm here right here at Weaver State at the university. This is the university that built the reactor. This is where I went to school. I started college here at 15 years old. You know, I've been here the whole time. And so I taught here, I graduated here, blah, 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 blah. But this is the university that I, you know, in Ogden that built the reactors at Fukushima,
Yeah,
Japan.
no, I just didn't get which word to it or what city are you in? I don't know.
Ogden, Utah.
Okay, gotcha. Just in case somebody's out there. Which Kevin, you want to say where you in? I don't know.
Keep up your good work.
God bless you, Kevin. Thank you. It's not going to happen. Just in case somebody's out there. God bless you, my friend.
Right on.
Thank you for everything you do. Yeah. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, gotcha. Just in case somebody's out there. Which word to it or what city are you in? I don't know.
Ogden, Utah.
Okay, gotcha. Just in case somebody's out there. Which word to it or what city are you in? I don't know.
Ogden, Utah.
Okay, gotcha.
Earlier, we decided united against the death of all people and all species. As James, we decided united against the death of all people and all species, as James Lucid said earlier.